back to my channel. Now we are starting with the English 2 first poem, that is The Heart of the Tree for ICSE 9 and 10 both. So this poem is written by Henry Culler Burner. Henry Culler Burner was an American novelist and poet who was born in 1855. Henry Burner really appreciated trees not only for their aesthetic values. Now, what does aesthetic values means? It means outward beauty, but he also loved how the trees are friends with the sun, the sky, and help people and the nation grow. Now, let's see his introduction given in the book. Henry Culler Burner was an American novelist, journalist, and poet who has written feelingly about the benefits of planting a tree. His poem describes the innumerable benefits of trees and the shade and shelter they bring to all life. He claims that people who plant trees plan for the future, and for people they do not know. Means while people are planting, they do not know that they are planting for the future too. On another level, planting a tree is a symbolic act. Symbolic act means used to represent something, act of goodness, one from which many other acts of goodness will sprout. Sprout means to begin to grow or to produce new leaves. Although written over a century ago, the poem is very relevant in an age where rapid and reckless development and urbanization are taking their toll means amount of damage done on the environment. Yes, due to development and urbanization, trees are have damage. People are doing damage to trees. They are cutting the trees that shouldn't be done. Now, literary devices used in the poem, that are the figures of speech. First is the hyperphora or the antiphora. The poet raises a question and immediately provided an answer for it. Right? He raises a question for it and then he immediately provides an answer for it. That is, what does he plan to plant a tree? Then he says that he plants a friend of sun and sky and all. So that way of raising a question and then immediately answering the question is known as hypophora or antiphora. This can be asked in questions. So do see literary devices, figures of speech, themes, this all from the workbook. Now, alliteration. Alliteration means it is the repetition of close sounding consonants. Alliteration means repetition of close sounding consonants, not the vowels, right? Alliteration is used in many poem lines, that are: he plants a friend of sun and sky, he plants the flag of breezes free, FFSS, he plants a home edge to heaven edge anigh. You are understanding now? In hushed and happy twilight heart, hushed means edge, first letter of hushed, edge, and happy edge, heart edge. So in one line there are many consonants that are repeating, and ears that fade and flush again, fade and flush, FF. These two consonants are repeating in the same line, so this is called as alliteration. Now let's see metonymy. Metonymy, when a concept or object is not called by its own name but it is referred to by its qualities or properties. Okay, now according to poet, the one who plants a tree plants cool shade, tender rain, a friend of sun and sky, the forest heritage, sap and leaf and wood, etc. These phrases here are thus metonyms and they bear direct association with the tree, right? Now let's see rhyming scheme. But this poem does not have a particular rhyming scheme in this poem, so no rhyming scheme can be asked. But yeah, these poem have rhyming words that add the poem's lyrical quality. These words are tree, free, sky, high, rain, again, heritage, age, wood, good, etc. There are many. Now, the heart of the tree. Now let's read the poem and understand it by stanza wise. Now, what does he plant who plants a tree? Now, what does he plant who plants a tree? He plants a friend of sun and sky. You can see the picture, how beautiful it is. He plants a friend of sun and sky. He plants a flag of breezes free. The shaft of beauty towering high. he plants a home to heaven and earth. Now, see here, plants a friend of sun and sky. So, one who plants a tree, he plants a friend to sun and sky. Here also he plants a flag of breezes free flag. When we do hosting of a flag, the flag moves right left like this, right? So the breezes are free and it is making the flag move, so that he plants a flag of breezes free. That breezes, that are soft cold winds, right? The shaft of beauty means beam of beauty. Towering high means growing as tall as a tower. And he plants a home for heaven and earth. Home to heaven means home of God, means the sky. Unfortunately, means indirectly he's saying sky only, but he is saying home to heaven and earth. Home to heaven means home of God. Anai means near to home of God. We are planting a home for heaven, Anai, right? For song and mother croon of bird. You can see how beautiful the bird looking is. Mother croon of bird means soft song that mother bird is singing to her young ones. You must have heard in your balcony or anywhere birds are coming and singing songs. So that are very melodious, right? In hushed and happy twilight heard. Hushed means silenced and calmed, and happy twilight heard. Twilight, uh, that is the faint light, that is after the sun has gone down. Means sunset time, twilight you can see. You can see it in the picture how red, orange the sky is. While sunsetting, we have like this, right? Twilight heard. The treble of heaven's harmony. Treble means high tone in music, right? Harmony means the way in which different musical notes are played or sung together and combined to make a pleasant sound. These things he plants who plants a tree. Now he has answered the question, that was, what does he plant who plants a tree, right? He has answered the question. So in this paragraph also hypophora, antiphora is used, and all the paragraphs of this poem hypophora and antiphora is used. Now, what does he plant who plants a tree? Now, again, he asks same question. He plants cool shade and tender rain. You know, when we are sitting under the tree give us cool shade, very cool. That can we cannot experience in our home also. That cool shade the tree give us, and tender rain. Yes, trees give us tender rain. And seed and bud for days to be. Tender rain means gentle or caring rain. Seed and bud of days to be, right? It gives seed and then it bud, and then the seed and bud comes up and the tree is slowly grow. And years that fade and flush again. Fade means wither, and flush means grow, means they wither and again they grow. So again that happens continuously, that is the cycle. Okay. Now, see here, with each passing year, the trees will grow and one day they will die and will be replaced by new trees. Means they will flush again in entire forest. Means one day they will die, one day again they will grow. So that will happen continuously throughout. He plants the glory of the plain. You can see how beautiful the picture is. He plants the glory of the plain. He plants the forest heritage. Plain means he plants the glory. You can see the trees are like making the plains more beautiful. They are giving glory to the plains, right? And he plants the forest heritage. Heritage means features belonging to the culture or of a particular society, like traditions, languages, beliefs that are passed down from one generation to other, right? That is heritage. Means he plants the forest heritage. The harvest of a coming age. Harvest of a coming age is reference to the forest that has been created and is now an accumulated wealth of future generations. The joy that unborn eyes shall see. Unborn eyes means reference to the future generation who is yet to be born, right? Means who has not born still but yet to be born. So they will be joyful when they see the plants and trees all throughout the world, they will be joyful. That he is telling. The joy that unborn eyes shall see. These things he plants who plants a tree. He has answered his question. What does he plant who plants a tree? That is hypophora or antiphora is being used. Now, what does he plants who plants a tree again? Again the question is asked. He plants in sap and leaf and wood. Sap means the liquid in a plant that carries food to all its parts. That is liquid in a plant. Okay. And love of home and loyalty. Loyalty means faithfulness. So in love of home and faithfulness, and Farkas thought of civic good. Farkas means foresee, means further. Thought of civic good. Civic good means well-being of the city or its citizens. That is civic good. His blessing on the neighborhood. Neighborhood, you know, na? His blessings on the neighborhood. Who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of all our land. Hollow means empty space. Of his hand, you can see in hand earth is there. Earth shall be covered with plants, and unborn eyes shall see the joyfulness, and they will be joyful and excited after seeing the trees throughout the earth. A nation's growth from sea to sea. Nation's growth from sea to sea stirs in his heart who plants a tree. Stirs means excites his heart. Who is planting a tree, it excites his heart that we are planting. Nation's growth, nation is growing, that we are planting from sea to sea. It's from one sea to other sea on our full world. Okay, here the poem ends. Now let's see the themes. Themes is importance of trees for our survival and concern for the future of the earth. Now let's read one by one. The poet knows the crucial importance of trees for our survival. Trees cool the atmosphere and cause gentle rain, right? They are the source of breezes free. That is, the trees take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen for human beings to inhale. Also, transpiration from plants is an important process in Earth's water cycle, which is essential for rain. Trees bear flowers and fruits. Seeds that fall from the plants sprout again and give birth to many new plants. In this way, they create dense forests. This forest will prove as a boon for the future generation. Yes, it will prove as a boon for future generations. Now, importance of trees for our survival. Carbon dioxide to oxygen. Yes, water cycle, that is transpiration. Fruits, flowers, wood, herbs, root, this all the trees gives us. It produces more plants which help in the growth of forest. One plant produces more plants which help in the growth of forest. And forest is very beautiful, and it gives us cool shade and tender rain. Wherever there is forest, the rain is very heavy and nice, you know. Now, concern for the future of the earth. Poem brings forward the poet's concern about the future of the earth. Future of the earth. It seems as if the poet could see the impending destruction and thus indirectly appeals to the readers to plant trees not only for themselves but also for the future generations. According to the poet, our survival is greatly dependent on forests. Yes, we are dependent on forests. Trees not only beautify environment but purify the air, cause rain, and provide us with wood, timber, fruits, and medicines. The one who plants a tree plants the entire forest. This forest is thus the harvest the coming age can enjoy. Without trees, the world will become a deserted, barren land, and all the living beings will face hunger. Thus, it is a tree which is responsible for the growth of mankind. The poet seems to be anxious about unborn eyes, and thus, for their survival, growth, and development, he suggests a simple solution, that is to plant the trees, right? Poet understands destruction of the earth. Without trees, the world will face loss of plants and animals and loss of entire inhabitants because we are dependent on plants for food, timber, fruits, medicines. Medicines are also made from plants, that is antiseptic and all. Survival of future generations is dependent on the trees, that is unborn eyes shall see. Now, critical remarks, that is the title. The heart of the tree is an appropriate title. This question can be asked. Heart of a tree is, do you think heart of the tree is an appropriate title? So you must write some points. Heart is one of the most important organ of the earth, and of the entire human body also, right? Means of the entire human body, indirectly they are saying. Human heart pumps the blood which carries all the vital materials and nutrients. Only when the human pumps the blood, it is able to transport oxygen from one part of the body to another. Likewise, a tree has certain qualities which are as essential as human heart for survival. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and give out life giving oxygen for us to inhale. Trees cause rainfall. Trees are essential for the harvest of the coming age. According to the poet, the one who plants trees plants seeds and buds of days to be. Heart maintains human life, so does the tree maintain the plant and animal life on the earth. Heart here thus signifies that most important quality of the tree, right? Heart here signifies most important quality of the tree. This is main line, you must write it. Now very big thank you to all to reach the end of this video. Do like this video if you understand this poem very nicely. I will upload the question answers of this poem of workbook also in next few days. I will be uploading it. Till then, subscribe and press the bell icon, that is more important. After pressing the bell icon, you will get a bell, so do press that bell too, so that you will get a notification whenever I upload my new video. Till then, subscribe, like and share this video with all your friends of ICSE 9 and 10. Thank you all.